And we're live, just like that. Good morning. running running a little bit behind. I usually don't go live on a Monday, but here we are. Madam is here. Good morning. Brad, Paul, good morning. Dan, good morning. Appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, let me get set up here. Let me get set up. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm off today. Had the President's Day holiday off, so I figured I'd jump on live. If anybody wants to join me, I can drop the link too. I sent the link out in a few chats this morning. But if anybody wants to join me, come hang out. We're going to talk Captain America and just some regular comic BS today. Nothing really special planned. Marcus is here. Good morning, Marcus. Let's see. Let's get set up here. Let me get some logos going. Let me change the background. Totally unprepared. Let's see. Where's my background? Let's see. There we go. We'll go blue. How's blue? Blue looks good. Let's see. My Captain America 4 reel is going. All right. Eddie, good morning. Yes, that's what we're going to do, Mark. JSS, good morning. Mike is here. Mike's at work. All right. Yeah, I actually, like I said, I had today. Let me just make sure I'm off today. No, I'm off. President's Day holiday. You know, when you work for the man, you get days off. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, President's Day. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, I just, like I said, wanted to jump on. I've got some bagging and boarding to do. I've got we'll talk a little bit about Captain America. Did catch one episode of the new season of Invincible. I kind of actually forgot that it was back. So caught that this weekend. That was, continues to be good. Let's see. Let me drop the link if anybody wants to join. Come hang out with me. I caught a little bit of the Legion stream last night. I know they were talking Captain America, Brave New World. I got to see it yesterday. My wife and I went to the movies. I thought it wasn't bad. It wasn't the best Captain America movie we've seen, but it certainly wasn't one of the worst ones we've seen. But let me bring this up too. We'll take a look at the box office. But it was kind of weird because this movie, the Cap movie, directly tied into the Incredible Hulk movie with Ed Norton, which I don't know if they're retroactively making that like an MCU movie, but it was kind of strange that they have heavily tied into that movie, which I thought was outside of kind of the MCU. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Dope is here. Good morning, Dope. Darth Lopez is here. Good morning. What are we? I didn't see what Darth said. Let's see. Maybe you're referring to a video he did. I'm not sure. Yes. Yeah, definitely. I thought Harrison Ford was good. He's a solid, obviously a solid actor. I thought Anthony Mackie was great as Cap. Some of the supporting characters I didn't really care for. Like I thought the Falcon was a little bit over the top, kind of more sidekicky. Which obviously the Falcon is kind of a sidekick to Captain America or the Captain America in this one, but I didn't care for the actor the way they portrayed him. And then the Harrison Ford's or Thunderbolt Ross, his security um, detail is like his personal security. I didn't care for her as an actor, and very small in stature, and she was supposed to be a Black Widow, part of the kind of Black Widow, and she was like she's a tiny woman, so that was a little hard to believe as well. Seeing her in some of the action sequences. Um, so yeah. I mean, from a box office perspective, let me share it. Let me share it. Let me share it. It did well. I think I read somewhere that it was the third best opening for a Captain America movie. So what? Let's see. Look at the box office. So 100, I guess they're counting some of the early previews as well. 100 million domestically, 92 million worldwide. So, a total box office of 192. Yeah, so it looked like they included um I don't know, Friday, Saturday. Or I guess they're projecting today's total as well. I guess maybe pre-sales already. But from a box office standpoint, it did well. Um, but like I said, I was a little surprised that it had tied so directly into the Incredible Hulk movie with Ed Norton from 2008. So if you haven't seen that, you would kind of be a little bit lost at some of the characters that they brought back. Um, so we got somebody joining us this morning. Eddie, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
How you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's cold in Springfield, Mass. The city is under ice. You can't go out to the road. Can't leave the door.
Oh man. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold here in South Carolina this morning. It was 30, like 32 degrees when I woke up. So which is cold, obviously, for us here. Um,
Yeah, that little girl that you were talking about. She's a 13-time Taekwondo champion.
mm,
She was on Cobra Kai, and she impressed me so much with her quickness. I looked her up. I said, "Oh my gosh, she's the real deal. This girl."
oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I hadn't. I really didn't do a lot of research going into the movie, so I didn't. And I heard a few people comment about her. But she's very small in stature. But so it was a little bit hard to believe, that she would be that physical, strength wise.
Yeah, she doesn't need it. If she's that quick in 13, freaking girl's oh gosh.
So Eddie, what's going on with you? Did you say other than the bad weather, all is good?
Yeah, all is good. We didn't go out because we had a storm, so we were just trapped on. So the wife and I were just looking at each other, saying hi, and we were down. I'm downstairs trying to reorganize my Batman books because they were out of sequence. I did not realize that they were out of sequence that bad. So I only finished one box. I still got like 4 more boxes to go on my Batman. I think I got lazy, Brian, because what it was, I read a book or I buy a book and I put it somewhere else and I didn't put it in the Batman box. So now it's like a little.
I try to keep up with it. I try to keep up with it weekly as the books come in. I read them and then try to put them away, because if not, you get a pack, a pack, a stack of books.
So are you staying in all day, or you work from home?
I'm off today. So today, President's Day holiday. We had the holiday, so.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yes. Yeah, my brother retired last year, so he's I understand that now. Like he'll call me all the time. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm working."
The thing about the retirement is when I was kind of forced into the retirement thing, I was like, okay, so I'll just stay home, do this, do that, maybe do a couple DJ gigs here and there. But the kids jumped on that. They took advantage of me doing that. Dad, what are you doing today? Well, I need to go to the doctor's appointment. Can you watch the kids? Blah blah blah. So, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my brother definitely he gets phone calls from, family members or hey, can you come over and help me do this? Or, he retired he worked for the local power company, electrician. And so, people are calling him, "Hey, I got a little project for you. You want to come over?" He's like, "No, I want to enjoy my free time."
Yeah, I worked for Cardamundi slash Hasbro.
Okay.
Hasbro, yeah, because it used to be Milton Bradley, Hasbro, and then it changed into Cardamundi, but we were still making the toys or the games for Hasbro, stuff like
Okay.
that. That's like 35 years I was there with that building. Oh. So when you made that statement about the action figures that Hasbro is going to stop making it, I was reading about Playmate, how they're going to transfer over to Playmate making the action figures there, or they'll probably use the Cardamundi building to do the rest of the stuff there because the building is capable of making a lot of stuff over there. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You comment. Yeah. I didn't read when I read the one article I read, it didn't mention that. It said, that Hasbro was kind of more focusing on video games, and they were going to license some of their IPs to other companies for them to produce the action figures. Madam, no, madam. When you think of somebody in a physical role, I wouldn't expect a very she's a petite woman in the movie. Everybody checking in with the weather. Yeah, it's I guess kind of the whole the East Coast is kind of getting hit with this cold weather.
oh yeah, we're not mobile right now. It's like everything's a skating rink outside.
Yeah, no, I was taking a peek at the weather in New York, and yesterday it was warm. It was like 45. But I didn't see what it was this morning, if they got hit with any snow or anything.
But we're 24 right now here in Springfield. That ice ain't melting anytime soon.
No. Look at Madam showing off. 74 in Arizona.
Oh, really?
But yeah, no, overall, I thought the movie, like I said, I thought the movie was decent. It wasn't the best Captain America movie, but certainly wasn't the worst. And like I said, I think I was surprised that it was tied into the Ed Norton Hulk movie because, that's what we're 15, 16. I think that was released in 2008. So 17 years ago. So I was a little surprised that they were tying back into that.
Well, didn't they bring back the daughter, the actress who played Ross's daughter or something like that? I heard.
Yeah, it was Liv Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. We usually on a superhero movie, we get together with the whole clan, and we try to see it at once and stuff like that.
Okay.
It was kind of a tradition. It started back when the X-Men movies came out.
Okay.
So my wife and I will take the whole family out. But back then it was just a little family. Now we got a whole gang full of people.
Yeah, it's not getting any smaller, right?
Oh.
Good morning, Zach. Cyclotron. Good morning. John is here. early in West Coast. Manny's here. Good morning, Manny. Yeah, like I said, nothing really planned today. Just kind of I figured out. I had a video to go to do a pre-recorded video, but I was like, I'm off. I didn't have anything going on this morning, so I said, let me jump on a let me do an impromptu live stream this morning. So
a few questions.
Let's see what Madam's got. But Eddie, what do you? I know you finished Marvel Team Up or 2-in-1. I know you were working on a couple runs, right?
I finished Marvel 2-in-1. That was my goal last year. That was complete. This year would be Marvel Team Up.
Okay.
So I was just rechecking the amount of books I need. So I'm still got a little bit ways to go on that. So
yeah, I'm working on that run too. I think I'm about 40 books because it's about 150 issues in that run.
Yeah, plus the
annuals.
Cliff and the annual. I wasn't even going to do the annuals, but Cliff said, well, you need to do this and that. And he hurt my feelings with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Madam will probably be streaming for at least an hour or so, maybe longer. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really have much planned today. I got some stuff to do around the house, but so we'll be streaming for a little while.
Yeah, I got about 14, 15, 17 books to go to complete it.
Oh, okay. So you're closer than I have about 40.
Yeah, I did. They're still pricey up there on some of those books.
Yeah, there's a number of, there are a few first appearances and then first time the characters, first time they meet up with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So there are some that are pretty, pretty pricey.
Yeah, like issue number 65, Captain Britain's first appearance. Ooh, I can't touch that yet. I gotta wait for that one.
Scott is here. Good morning, Scott. Justin jumping in. Oh yeah, hockey. Justin, a big hockey fan. The 4-team tournament that's been going on. USA plays later today. All right, Madam's going to join us. Manny was asking you if you had the annuals, but I just picked up the annual number 1. It's Spider-Man and the X-Men for Team Up.
Oh, Team Up? Okay. And I probably have that one somewhere buried in the cave. I haven't found it yet.
Yeah. What do you use CLZ or anything to organize, or you do it old school spreadsheet?
I do. I use CLZ.
Okay.
I used to do it old school. I used to have like this little booklet writing everything down, stuff like that. But once the CLZ program came in, I started trying to scan everything in. My problem
it takes time.
Yeah. I didn't put it in the right box.
That's funny. All right, Manny says Manny's 9 away from completing his Marvel Team Up run. All right.
Good for you, Manny. That's really good.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, there are a few issues that are expensive, but it's a relatively inexpensive run to complete, and it's 150 issues, so it's definitely achievable. Triple G is here.
Usually I try to go on the back issue bins on a couple stores, because some stores, like if I go to Enfield, they'll just sell $3 books. So I go through that bin and I see a handful from there and stuff like that, and I'll grab them.
Yeah, they're sometimes mixed in. I've seen them in, I've found a few in the dollar bin. And then there's a shop that's by me. Well, it's about an hour drive for me, but non-key issues they sell at cover price, whatever the cover price was when they were printed. So if it's 60 cents or 75 cents, that's what you pay. And I picked up probably 10 or 12 Marvel Team Ups at just their original cover price.
And they were minty looking or
yeah, good shape. Not I wouldn't, probably mid grade, 6, 7, but they were in good shape. A lot of them newsstand, clean. So
Wow, that's good.
yeah,
We need more.
this shop does that. They have basically any book that's not a non-key, they sell at the original cover price. Yeah, it's a fun shop to and all the books are organized. They're in series order. And then they pull all of the key issues, and there's like a different section for that for for the more expensive books. So
Right. That's a good idea. That's a
yeah.
really good idea. Yeah.
Matt was joining us, but he jumped out. I don't know where he went. Yeah, I like the team up for me was always I got Spider-Man, my favorite character, and then I learned about some other characters. So that's why I like picking it up and reading it, because it was an introduction to some other character that maybe I wasn't familiar with. So that's and I'm sure the same is with with the 2-in-1 run. It's the same thing. You would right, 2-in-1 was mainly
The Thing, yeah, Benji.
Thing, and then some other character.
Oh yeah, the one storyline I remember was the Pegasus Project, where everything was going all haywire and stuff like that with the Marvel 2-in-1, and that was a good storytelling there. When I had it before, but throughout the years, like my mother was a gypsy, so every time she moved somewhere, I always lose a lot of books during the process. So trying to get it back, like the old Spider-Mans. When I was living in Connecticut, I used to get the Hammerhead one. I used to have that one. Or
Okay.
when Dr. Octopus was pushing Spider-Man off a helicopter.
Okay. Yeah.
I had that one, and then that disappeared and stuff like that. And that was bought from a pharmacy store. So the old spin.
Yeah, I had a bunch of the team up run that I sold off, and then now I'm recollecting, and a lot of them were I had picked up at the local 7-Eleven, right off the newsstand. So yeah, that one. It's so funny, you have these books and then you get rid of them, and then you end up going back to try to pick them back up again.
Yeah, and it's like a freaking project trying to get them all.
Yeah. Yes, Sicko. It was a clickbait. We're not doing any drama here today. We're just talking comics and movies and whatever else we get into, but definitely staying above the any drama if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think last year, or no, the year before, in New Jersey. New Jersey is where I got mostly all my Marvel 2-in-1s.
Okay.
I lives out there, and then I forgot near Marlton. There's a store named Heroes Comics, and they were just, hey, Cat. He was just selling everything 50% off. And I went to the guy, the owner. I said, "What the 2-in-1s? Yeah, 50% off. You just grab whatever you want."
Yeah. Yeah, free comic book days usually a good time to pick up books too, because a lot of the shops will run sales, to draw more people in for free comic book day. So I've done that, where I picked up a bunch of back issues on that day, because you can get some deals. So yes, it is. Remy has not done a Let's Talk About It in some time. He's been I know he bailed out early on In the Mix this past week as well. So we need Remy and Angel to come back and talk about it. There's lots I'm sure they could talk about. Yeah, so hopefully the weather eases up for you, Eddie. I know February in the Northeast is always kind of a crazy month. You never know what weather you're gonna get.
No, this year was we were hit multiple times with snowstorms and ice, and I think this morning when I woke up, it's like one of the worst ones that we received over here in Springfield. So it's like calling the old man, making sure he doesn't leave the house so he won't slip.
You know, it's not a bad thing to be, you know, stuck in the house when you've got comics to organize, right?
Oh no, it's not. It's like this is one.
Yeah. Izzy's here. Good morning, Izzy.
There's the other mess I'm working on over there.
Nice. You're set up in your basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, this is what I call my where I'm talking through is my little studio that my wife made.
Okay.
And this, I don't know if I can do this over here. They walk. This is the back cave.
Okay. That's the storage.
Yes.
Nice.
This is where I try to keep this clean because the honey was the one that made this with a friend. So when I find out that she has company, I try to pick up everything. So she won't yell at me.
Yeah, that's the great thing about the basements. You know, lots of space to do what you want. Caroline's here. Yeah, getting the back view of the back cave.
Yeah, that's just a little portion. I didn't do the whole thing, and then back there I have my my DJ booth, which when I practice my stuff when I need to do a gig. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, you still do that?
Yep.
Oh, nice. That's good. That keeps you busy, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Caroline wants to know where Alfred is in the back cave.
Where's Alfred? Alfred. I do have an action figure of Alfred. I got two of them.
Oh, Cat Fan needs some help cleaning his stuff up.
Oh. My wife is very good in organizing.
Let's see.
Can you turn the phone to the side? Terrible feedback when Brian.
I wasn't sure if we were getting that feedback or not. Yeah.
Oh, like this. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay. See that.
Mark knows. Mark showed that trick the other day. I guess because because the speaker is at the bottom of the phone. So
I see.
When you turn it, it kind of turns it away. Yeah, who knew Mark was IT support?
That looks a lot better. You can see more of my crap.
Yeah, more of the background.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you've got a couple more weeks. Well, March too, right? March in the Northeast could be a roll. Flip a coin with the weather, right? You'll probably get some warm days, and you'll still potentially get some snow. I remember having snow at in Easter one year in April. So you never know.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. It's like it came out of the blues.
And then we don't want to talk our weather problems compared to Wellbore up in Canada.
Oh, he's from Canada. I didn't know he was up there.
Yeah, he's in cold, really cold weather.
Little hell according to Dante. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much, right? You never know. You never know what you might get. Prince said sometimes it snows in April. Cat Fan.
In my life, so I surround myself with figures because they can't run from me.
Well, too, the good thing about that, Cat Fan, is they don't talk back either.
True. Less arguing.
Wellbore's seen snow in every month. Let's see. All right. Mother's Day. Wow. Yeah, so I got a couple books I got to let me get rid of put my drink to the side here. You've been reading Absolute Batman, right?
Yes, I enjoy it so far. I
Yeah,
think
it's been pretty
the
good.
Absolute Superman is the better one out of the 3 series, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's interesting. The everybody kind of has a different favorite. I read I read the first issue of all three, and I didn't really care for Wonder Woman, but everybody was like, "Oh, Wonder Woman was." A lot of people had said they really enjoyed Wonder Woman. I didn't care for it, and Batman's the only book I've stuck with, and it's been good. It's I know it's kind of a little bit over the top, with the Batmobile being a dump truck, and
Oh, yeah. That was
but it's been fun. It's been fun.
it's like a different level of Batman where the writers decide, well, let's do it this way, and doesn't really. Superman, I can see the way they did the Absolute Superman, how they fit the storyline with Lois, and Lois was the daughter of Lane, being an army brat. That kind of fits. I do like Alfred on the Absolute Batman, though. I do like him.
Yeah, it's interesting to see where they're going to go with Alfred, because it seems like we haven't learned everything there is to know about. Like, so he's working for somebody, but we don't know really who he's working for.
Oh my God, Brian! When they decided to kill off Alfred, I did a video rant. I was so upset. I thought he was one of those guys in the comic book thing that you do not touch whatsoever. You do not mess with Alfred. Don't care about anybody else, but do not mess with Alfred.
Let's see. What was the name of the white animal Luke rode? Oh, it's a tauntaun. In Hoth, it was. I think it's called a tauntaun. Yeah, there we go. Wellbore said. Wellbore will know that. I'm sure he rides one up in Canada.
Thought they smelled bad on the outside.
All right, yeah. So yeah, he's got a farm. He's got a farm of them nearby. Yeah. So Absolute Batman and what's the new? I don't know if I have it here. The new Justice League.
Oh,
Unlimited.
right.
I'm reading
Mark
that
Waid
as well. That I've enjoyed.
Mark Waid and Dan Mora, or whoever they decide to put the
Yeah.
artist there. Yeah. That's not bad. I'm hanging on with that one for a little bit.
I'm getting ready to drop Spider Boy. I haven't been reading it, and I don't know. It hasn't really. I did read the first, I don't know, 8 or 10 issues, and it was okay. But I think this is the end of. This was the last of the story arc that was going on. So issue 16. So I think after this I'm going to drop it.
Aren't you a little bummed that they're throwing all these spider people all over the place and then creating new comics and stuff like that just for them, and not just to like a guest star on the book and just let it be at that? That kind of, to me, that doesn't make sense that they do that. Because look, now you're gonna drop Spider-Man. You spent all that money on Spider-Boy. I mean, then all of a sudden,
yeah,
either the writer or the artist got weak. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, madam. What are we working on?
Good morning. We're working on him.
Is that a project you're doing for somebody?
No, I think it's just going to be. I basically have so many little sculptures now. I'm going to try to get them cast and they have like a little show, or enter them into shows and stuff. So, no, this is for myself. So, his hand fell off. I was working on it.
Oh, I hate when my hand falls off.
I know. And then I was like playing around with it. I was like, there's so many other things I could do with the hand. I mean, I just have so much fun. And then like the hand would be coming out of his chest. But for real, I really had birds coming out of his chest. But I'm really going to finish it up. So to clean it up, I kind of have to remove some stuff, clean it up, and put it back.
Did you do a drawing of? I'm trying to think. I thought I remember some type of bird. One of your drawings that had birds.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a different one. I have birds too, with the birds going around the chest. in a circle.
Yeah, maybe.
I can show that one if you want.
Eddie, are you still reading Amazing Spider-Man?
No, it's like that thing is killing me, Brian. I don't know how. Kudos to you two hanging on because that thing is. And I only buy like when you do the previews. I'll see the cover. Well, that's a nice cover when Spider-Man was with the black cap. I'll just buy it for the cover. Then I read it. So, okay, the story's okay. And then I said, you know what, forget it. Because they get me like, oh yeah, they're getting Spider. And then they just drop the ball, and I just. And not what they're going to do a new Spider-Man book now. They're going to cancel this one and restart.
Yeah, they're going to reboot the series again. Yeah.
Oh God, that is so disappointing. I don't. I don't understand. Like DC is guilty the same way. They keep rebooting and stuff like that. Like I'm all confused with my Batman. There's a volume 1, 2, 3. Then they change it where the number sequence is supposed to be matching, and I think that's why I spent the whole day yesterday trying to figure out what was what. Oh, there it is.
Oh, my hand's gonna be all black.
Oh, wow.
So unfortunately, he's got kind of a squatty body. I decided. So he's a little low here, so I'm gonna make some adjustments. So his this whole thing is pushed up like an inch for sure.
He needs a loincloth.
He's got on boxers. Come on. Look, I gave him boxers.
Okay,
I see the lines, madam.
And I mean, how much of my stuff has clothes, like none.
So how many sculptures do you have in progress?
I can show them all to you right now. I got this one. I got about 7. They're all almost at the finishing stage.
Good morning, lady.
This one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a nice one.
This one's gonna be of a woman tree with bodies up in the tree.
Oh, yeah.
And with foliage coming in and out, maybe a snake through there too. Because of a garden eating type of thing. But yeah. There's that one I'm working on, and this one's almost done.
Mark wants to know if you're starting on his Torok statue.
Ooh! I didn't get that in the mail yet, that payment, so as soon as that So she's almost done. I just gotta do her feet. Fling out her feet.
I thought you were done with that one.
It is. Well, I always say I'm done. I'm not. The snake wasn't right. The snake is right now.
Oh.
It looks cool.
Art is never done, is it?
No. And so therefore.
Oh, wow. That one's up.
She's really done.
I like that one.
Now, did you find the official name for it yet? Or you decided? I know you were looking for a name.
Yeah, I do need a name. Do you have a name?
I forgot. We were talking about it before, and I thought I had a name for you, and
Could it
everybody
be
else
like
was
washing my hair or yeah. Mike's got a question. He said, "What about Trev's head sculpture?"
Okay, we'll show that last.
Trev got a head sculpture? Oh.
It's from like a year ago.
I think.
Like a year and a half ago.
Trev's eyebrows were missing.
Okay. This one I was working on too.
Oh, wow. So these are all just personal projects that you're working on?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this one's, I like to call this one the seasons because it's like winter on top is the angel. And then spring, he's embracing spring as the girl. and then summer, and then fall down here is the guy with the antlers,
Oh, okay.
kind of holding up the whole human totem pole there.
I can see the progression. They're wearing less clothes as we get into the hotter weather.
Jeff is a lucky bastard. He gets all the ladies.
He's like Peter Parker. He gets all the ladies.
This one's still in progress. That's going to be the space between. It's going to have this girl's on a wave. This is a giant wave coming up, and the reason I do it is there's two poles holding up.
Now, madam, are you painting those?
Pardon?
Do you paint those afterwards, or do you leave them like the way it is after you're done?
It's gonna be a patina, so it's gonna end up being bronze.
Bronze, okay.
Yeah, that's the hope and the dream. And then this one, I was gonna hang on a chain in the void of the human. You can see, like an anatomical heart.
Oh yeah.
And some grapes and stuff, like a little key.
Okay.
Like that. And all this stuff, like with the foundry that I work with, all this stuff can be blown up to like whatever size. You know, it just needs to be scanned, and then they can blow up the foam and mill the foam to be exactly like it and make it like 10 feet tall.
Wow.
And then I would just put clay over it. But yeah, that's the last one.
Oh, she disappeared.
Oh, I didn't know I forgot she was working on a Batman statue.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
What?
Mike asked about the Batman statue.
Yeah, I got that one too. Okay. This one is a girl. Let's see if I can.
Wow, you've been busy, madam.
I have been, Brian. That's what I've been doing. So she just basically been just roughly started. I have to realize this, but basically her hair is gonna have birds coming, grabbing her hair and picking her up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Come on.
A little details there.
I have this one.
Wow, who knew we were going to have an art show today?
I know it.
Well, just ask. I'll always do it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The McFarlane.
Yeah, it's the what is it? 423. Batman 423.
Yeah, forgot the. Yeah, it is. I forgot the issue. I know that's a McFarlane.
Yeah, the classic. The McFarlane cover that's been homaged a million times.
Yeah,
Right.
That's nice.
Thank you. So I was unhappy though. I'm still unhappy because I'm such a perfectionist sometimes. I'm still a little unhappy with the lettering in it. Because the lettering is really like you have to nail the lettering. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I haven't made it.
And how do you do the lettering? Are you using just like a tool or an instrument to kind of like freehand it?
Well, I'll tell you, I basically printed out a copy of the cover about that size. I cut off the Batman, I stuck it on the clay, and I outlined it with an X-Acto knife.
Okay.
So it would be perfect, hopefully.
Right.
So, but even with that, it's not perfect yet.
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Thank you. I have a little here.
And the material, the clay that you use, that it doesn't dry out. I think I asked you this before, and you said it stays very pliable.
Yeah, it never dries.
It never dries. Oh, okay.
Here's a little one I did. Just over here. She's gonna have birds coming out of her chest, and she's holding her heart.
Were you attacked by a bird at one point in your life? Seems like a lot of birds are being very violent in some of your sculptures.
I didn't know. I never really thought about it like that. It's interesting you said that. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, like is the bird a raven or a bluebird?
Okay.
Take it easy, Mike.
See you, Mike. Have a good day at work.
Bye, Mike. This portrait here is not Trev.
No, that looks like Ron Eli.
Got a little bit of the Superman curl going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets that a lot. This is my this is my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember one of the shows you showed a picture of him, and he was like, "Yeah, he's got the Superman curl."
He has a Superman look about him.
Your boyfriend looks like Ron Eli from Tarzan. I'm dating myself back. Wow, that's nice.
Thank you. He's missing an eye because nothing's finished completely. Two more things. This is my most needed TLC project. But
Now, what do you call that again, madam? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
this one needs a lot of TLC because it's gonna fall over, I feel.
A work in progress.
Yeah.
A work in progress. That's it. He kind of turned into an Indian, and unintentionally, because I kind of try not to do that because I'm in Arizona, so it's kind of like everyone's doing that. But he just said he needed a mohawk, so. And then he's battling a giant snake, which again is a comment in my motifs, I think.
Snakes and birds.
Snakes and birds, yeah. Okay, and then says David Trev. Oh, Trev.
Oh, Zach's got an idea for a name for that. The Fall of Claymanity.
This is Trev right now.
That's Trev?
This is Trev. Should we say some words?
Is he napping?
Should we say something kind?
Oh,
Yes.
what happened to his hat?
In memorandum. Yeah, I even he's had battle scars right now.
I think he fell at Whataburger. What happened?
He's got battle scars.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a great mustache I put on him at one point.
Oh yeah.
Very very nice. I like that.
Wow.
There's Trev. But yeah, Trev needs some eyes. And his ears need to stick out more. Should look like John Lithgow.
It looks heavy.
Well, he is, but that's what you gotta
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, did Trev see this yet?
Huh?
Did Trev, he seen it yet?
Did he see this state of him right now? His current state?
Yeah.
No. Trev has not seen his current state of being in my household.
But you worked on that during a live stream, right? You were working on it with.
I did. It was like a year ago. I'm so bad. And so he's playing around here, waiting for me to finish. I'm kind of they Trev back on.
Freedom Sufferer cards.
Be like, all right, Trev, you've aged a year. I need to make sure I get you right. So.
Collector Pete joined us. Good morning. All right, you got to finish some of these so we can get them in a gallery in a show here.
Yeah, well, that poison ivy one, for sure. Almost done. The seasons one, almost done. The Birdman one. I mean, all of them are like. My
Are you-
ADHD is so bad; it's like so hard for me to focus sometimes. But like, I have really put a lot of time and work into all these, and I think, like, I walked down here one day and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I think I have like a little show," you know?
Yeah, definitely. Or do you have any work that you're doing now that are any paid projects that you're working on?
No, I have been applying though for quite a few public monument works that I really hope to get.
And that will be in Arizona or outside of the.
My last one was in Arizona. It was across from me. It was across from the Capitol. And it was a suffragette woman for Arizona. It's like a historical female figure. And
when you initially did that, you did a small scale of it, right? And then
yeah, there was a competition for it.
Oh, okay.
And so they cut it down to 2 people, and it was against me and another guy, and we both did a maquette, a smaller version of the statue that we intended to do for them. And then from there, then their statue jury got together and decided, after interrogating us to about the maquettes. After that, and then they all had a heated argument, I guess, and had to be sent out of the room. And then they ended up choosing me. So I'm so lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good.
I just lucked out.
Didn't realize that was that intense with to decide who's going to sculpt the. Wow.
Yeah, and it took that project. I was before COVID, and I just unveiled that thing last year.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how long it took. Like,
Well,
it was 2019, I think they put out the call for artists for that.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to make a wrong decision because if you're putting up a monument or a statue that's going to be there, you need to make sure you get it right, right?
I guess, yeah. But she sat in my living room for quite a few years. But yeah, I hope to do some more like big monuments. I envision all these, like, I'm like, oh, that would be so cool if this was 7 feet tall. So I hope to get these in bronze. I have a couple shows lined up that I can show them at. Like, there's one in Tahoe later in September, I believe, and there's one in Sausalito, and that's supposed to have a lot of affluent buyers in it. So I hope to have these bronze and ready to go for some of those.
Good.
Yeah.
And how long
do you
does
gotta
that
rent a van or something to put all your stuff in there?
I'm just gonna have to stick them in my cars as best as I can.
Oh, okay.
But renting a van sounds fun. That's a good idea.
Well, I was thinking more of where it's not getting damaged. You want to place it where it's not going to get, jarred about and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, they'll all be bronze at that point, hopefully. And the ones that aren't in bronze, I can still show and still say, like, this is, available in bronze for this price.
Yeah, work in progress, right?
Yeah, work in progress. And all of these too, I can make, once the molds are made, I can make about 50 to 100, I think, of each one.
Oh, you already got the mold. Yeah.
Because then you can sell them. It's not a one-off piece, right? Yeah.
No, it's not a one-off piece, and but it'll be a limited run for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. That's a game plan.
That's the big plan.
I'm sure there'll be a high demand for the Trev sculpture, the head sculpture.
I was thinking the same thing, Brian.
I think he and like my boyfriend and like the Batman one maybe won't make the cut for
the show.
Showing. They don't go with the theme of the people and the animals intertwined, nature intertwined.
Well, maybe just put a bird on Trev's head, and then then it could fit the theme.
All it takes is the suggestion, Brian, and you know how impulsive I am. I will do that right now. Like we can transform Trev right now if you want.
Well, I wouldn't want to make any changes to Trev without Trev here.
Trev, where are you working? Wait, I think Mike was here though, right? Mike, come back, and you can speak on Trev's behalf.
Yeah. Maybe we need to make a small. Maybe you need to make a small one of Trev eating his Whataburger breakfast, or maybe just a bronze version of his breakfast, the sandwich with the hash browns.
I feel like that would need to be a personal trophy he would win or something. Trev, you won the achievement award, so you get this Whataburger bronze.
That would be fun.
Oh yes. Okay. You know what is here.
Oh, there he is. He is still here.
I do not speak for Trev.
He's too worried about what I'm gonna do.
Totally understand, Mike. Okay. I wouldn't want to take on that responsibility either.
There's so many things you can add to the accoutrements, can really pull off something different.
Yeah, maybe like a bonnet or a a crown. We could do, some type of headpiece.
There's horns that can be applied. There's, all kinds of features that can be adjusted.
Oh, Phil wants to
hair that can grow on all kinds of places.
Nice.
So go ahead. Let's hear your thoughts, Phil.
I'll take a shot at Let me see if I can prop him up.
All right, so you've got one taker other than Trev. Mike wants a.
Well, I was gonna do Mike after I finished Trev.
He got plans for Trev's head.
This is I'm gonna put Trev.
Oh, Cat Fan would like a tiara on Trev.
Okay.
Well, make him into the queen of shipping guru.
There
we go.
So, Brian, how are you feeling about those storylines with Spider-Man? How are they going up and down the way they are?
Yeah, I was hopeful that the new writer, Kelly, would, but it's just I don't understand. This storyline seems almost meaningless. So Dr. Doom, picked him as a champion, and then we haven't seen Dr. Doom at all.
No.
So it's been kind of strange, yeah. All right, Trev's upright now. He's awake.
Ta-da! All right, is that a good angle? I think I should lower him a little bit. Trev needs to be a little.
That storyline under One Doom, that was okay. That first issue.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, it's interesting to see what he's doing, right?
Okay. What's the first request?
Let's see. Cat Fan said a tiara.
Oh, that's nice. I could do it. Let's skip that. Let's go right to the tiara.
Phil wanted to make a request, but he hasn't said what.
Yeah.
Yet. No, Mike asked about a comic, Bug War. I did not. I didn't pick it up. I know Dope Comics did a review on it. I wanna check it out.
I put a goatee on Trev. Trev doesn't have a goatee, does he?
Oh yeah, I can see that, Zach. So Zach says, he says with the mustache, he's feeling Trev looks like John Waters.
John Waters.
Who's John Waters?
Yeah, I don't know who.
Let me see. I'll bring up a picture of him. Let me find a good picture of him.
clean him up. So Frankenstein.
Let me share it.
Heal all these slashes and.
Oh wait.
Oh Lord, that's John Waters.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The little thin mustache, I think.
Oh, I gotcha.
That's a creepy looking dude.
Yeah, he's a little creepy looking. Yeah. All right. So Phil says he wants a scar and an eye patch.
I think he's actually got an eye patch at one point in his life here. I don't know where it is now. Oh, yeah, he could use some eyes though or something.
Wellbore says a Mahomes wig.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. It's his,
the football player.
his favorite football player.
Wig? Well, I mean, yeah.
Dr. Doom.
There's lots of wigs I can pull on this. I'm not going to. I have a closet full of wigs.
You've been reading any of the?
Not the Geiger one, nor the because I bought the original when Geiger first came out.
Okay.
So I got that one. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed Rook.
Okay. Yeah, Rook Exodus. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And that was it. I didn't buy the other ones that came out.
Yeah, they've all been pretty good. It's been, and $3.99 cover price and
Yeah.
still quality, paper stock and the art and writing have been great. So
I think Rook is done though. I don't see any more issues coming out.
I think it's. Yeah, I think it'll be back. I'm not sure why they've had a little bit of a delay on it. Yeah.
So Brian, we were before you were talking about the whole thing with Diamond Publishing. I just saw the news this morning about one of the publishers, the smaller ones called Moon something. They had to close their doors.
Yeah, I think we're going to see. Unfortunately, I think we're going to see that with some of these smaller publishers. I know Lunar has kind of put together some type of program, but to try to help some of the smaller publishers. But I think we're going to start to see some of the side effects of it.
Yeah, like right now, I don't know where Marvel's, if they're going to go to Lunar or is it Penguin?
Marvel's at Penguin. Yeah, they've been at Penguin for.
Oh, okay.
You could still get them through Diamond, but their primary is Penguin.
Okay.
Who's one of Trevor's favorite comic book characters besides who's not a female? Not Dr. Afra.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Dr. Afra. But he's a big Superman.
Yeah, he likes
Superman guy.
So I should just put that hairstyle on him, you think?
Just put a curl, nothing else.
Just one curl. I can do that. Try.
Okay, Mark saying Rook returns next month.
Okay. I think it's because of him, Legion, why I bought the books of the Rook. When he did he interview? He interviewed one of the artists or writers or something like that.
Oh yeah, he had Jeff Johns on. Just as they were launching the series.
Yeah, I enjoyed Rook a lot. Rook was good.
Oh, that's right. Trev is a big anime Naruto fan as well.
Yes, he is. He sent me this little thing right here.
What is that?
Let me see. Let me make you.
Let's see. Not me. Don't make me big.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, so the little mohawk there, maybe.
Uh-huh. Can you put it a little closer?
Yeah.
You can see the head better. Okay, but now pull it back, pull it. Okay,
Here,
but she's got that thing on her head. Does she always have that thing on her head, or did that guy have that thing on his head?
That looked like a
Is that a girl or a guy? Huh?
Hold on. It's a bandana, I think, wrapped around his head with the
Okay,
spikes.
is it always there?
I don't know this character at all. I'm not into the anime.
Okay.
Can you see better, or it look like it's blurry? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know if Trev deserves that treatment. Yeah, and without information. I'm willing to do reversible things, but that's going to take a while to reverse if I do that.
Did he send me another one?
There you go. Here's some more.
He sent me like a whole bunch of them. I can't find that. Oh, where is it? No, that's a girl. This one with long hair.
I think Trev deserves eyebrows too.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't have any of that.
No, he just that doesn't help. Unless you want to put that symbol on his forehead.
Oh, just a second.
Sticker.
Hold on. What is that symbol?
I have no idea, madam.
Why does anybody know what that symbol means? Does anyone ask Trev what that symbol means?
Old school Brainiac head. Oh, Brainiac headpiece. That'd be great.
Okay, all right, just a minute. I'm
Cat
gonna
fan,
put
Mike.
it in. Okay,
I'm surprised Mike doesn't know.
I know, Mike. Come on. Okay, let's see here.
It's a
And
clan.
he has a messed
symbol,
up
he said.
eye. Oh, it's a clan symbol.
It's a clan symbol.
Yep.
Okay, well, he's gonna be a member for life here. For funsies. I don't know if you can see it. And he's got 3 dots going down his face too. Why does he have 3 dots going down his face?
It's a split personality. There's two faces there. One got the one with the 3 dots got the messed up eye.
Oh. I don't know if I should put 3 dots on him or this. Okay, I'm good with the sticker.
Okay.
I think we need other ideas.
Mark has a suggestion. He says, "Put sculpt little anime arms sticking out of the back of his head, like he's running in the like his head is running,
An anime.
like
running.
his head is anime running." I got you. All right, we're interrupting Mike at work. He's cutting into concrete. But Mike, we've got important stuff here. Look, we've got.
There we go.
I feel like I should lower this some more.
Trev can fly away now. Look.
Trev can fly. You can leave my horrible place with the Phantom
I
Zone.
like it.
The Phantom Zone of the sculpture studio. Oh. Just so he can't hear anything people are saying about him.
It's hear no evil.
Hear no evil. Trev, Trev, you know nothing about this right now. I wish he'd jump on. I could
Yeah, I don't know where he is.
I could get some feedback from him. If you had what else do I have to play with here? Ooh, I got other things to play with. I have more ears. Van Gogh him up there.
Or long ways coming.
I like to call this my surrealistic stage.
I like it. Phil's got. He said, or you can put long legs coming out of his neck, like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay, just a minute. Hold on. We got body parts.
I don't know, Mike. I thought Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was it set in the same It was set in 616. I wasn't sure based on the storyline that they're showing. I didn't think it was the main universe.
Are you talking about the animated series that's out?
Yeah, the new series. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I love the artwork. I love the drawing. Had
Yeah,
like a
no, the show's been really good, but
yeah.
I didn't realize I didn't think it was set in the same, because they're basically changing, they've
The whole
changed up some stuff. See,
Yeah, like
this
Lonnie
is
should be a lot older than Peter. He should be almost the same age as Harry Osborn, basically. Hey, see Bizzle.
Bizzle's here. Good morning. Oh, here we go, Phil. He looks like we're looking a little MODOK now.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when you don't show up to the stream, Trev.
Trev,
We do weird things to your sculpture.
Kind of looks like a chicken or a turkey. Turkey running away.
It's like a T-Rex. He's got a big head and little arms.
Well, now I have to finish his head, because after I played with it so much on air, now I have to feel obliged. Oh no.
I have my grandson, Logan. He's 6 now. When the X-Men 97 came out on Disney, we were watching. I was trying to him not to watch it because I thought it was going to be like too much for him. That boy, when he comes over the house, are we watching another episode? I said, oh, you understood what was going on? Takes the remote, flicks it onto the right thing, and he just watches it with me. That was like our morning thing. Then he was asking, Jeepa, what happened to the rest? Oh, the story's done. We have to wait till next season. I'm trying to mold my grandkids into the comic verse.
Nice.
I think Logan will be the one that be on top of everything.
That would be a good place to send them, I think.
Yeah, I have.
There should be a comic university that people can attend.
Oh,
right?
Teach them.
Yeah,
teach
yeah.
them.
Huh? I mean, I'm sure we can get some teachers in the chat, and a comic university where you can go learn about all the comic stuff. You can graduate, after you know about all the artists, the creation of certain characters.
I like it. I know, Anachronic Comics had the.
Yeah, Joe does something like that.
He did. Testing your comic knowledge. Yeah.
I had to do
somewhere where they're going to teach you,
where is that book?
And then you're going to even know.
Book here. Hold on.
They show the fight scenes from Civil War. Spider-Man wasn't there.
So I had when I was going to college, this book called Comic Books 101 by what's his name? Chris Rayo and Scott Tipton. Scott Tipton is more as a writer for Star Trek back in the day and stuff like that. So they were talking about English literature. So I told my English teacher, well, I think comic books are English literature because they've been around since back in early 40s. And she told me to prove it. And it was the only way I can get my A from class. So I bought this book, talked to the guy, and this is gives you a lot of information. Plus I had to go get other books to write my paper and stuff like that, just to prove to her that comic is part of American literature. So I got my A, but this guy, Scott, he was pretty helpful when he was talking to me, helping me through certain points of the stories and stuff like that. But this is a good book to start off. Start off with the academy for learning how to read comic books and stuff like that.
I know there's
really.
We have a few teachers in the community, both on comic side and the card side, and I know they have Chuck Hennessy, for example. He was just mentioning that he's used a few stories, comic book stories, to help with some of his classes. I know some of the card community too, kind of using some of the collecting and some of the history behind baseball and cards in their teachings. So which is pretty good, introducing students to maybe something they're typically not exposed to. And I think even Naaman mentioned it. I think he was teaching like a religious class or something, and he was using some of the stories to help keep the kids interested in what he was teaching, because it was kind of could be potentially be boring to the audience. So he was trying to spice it up with some parallels between science fiction and comic books. So,
Well, yeah. What was it? It was a Justice League storyline, the Tower of Babel, I think it was called, when Batman got all the identity, knew the weaknesses of everybody and stuff like that. It was somewhat of like a religious reference, and I didn't know that until I went to church one day, and the preacher was talking about stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like the comic book I just read. So it kind of refers, that is helpful. Or I was at my LCS, and the teacher brought in a bunch of students to the comic book store to learn how to go through it, to learn the stories and stuff like that. And then they were asking me about it, and I was like, well, you want to start small and pick out your favorite character and stuff like that. Then you learn how to read and go in depth with the comics and stuff like that. So yeah, it's helpful. It's how I learned how to read, is reading comic books, and you're better off that way.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of young kids that their introduction to reading is through comic books or coloring books, that that type of stuff. So Phil says that at Michigan State University, they have some programs, some classes. Our library is the primary library resource for the study of U.S. comic book publications, with over 300,000 comics.
Wow.
Well, and I think all of your public libraries have access to comics and trade paperbacks and graphic novels, as reading material. So
That's really cool, Phil.
Yeah, that is cool. And you wouldn't see that back in the day, because they didn't consider comics as part of the literature and stuff like that.
And there was now, in being in South Carolina, University of South Carolina, I think it was within the last couple of years, there was a local collector that donated like an entire collection to the library within South Carolina University, to be preserved and used as reference and study as well.
Oh wow, that's good.
Let's see. Angry Otter says Library of Congress, largest collection of comic books in the world. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how you can not say it's a form of, right? When you think of English class, right? Typically studying certain novels, certain works of art that that we've kind of all read over the years. There should be a section, because the amount of stories that are told within comics, and ongoing stories, right? I mean, some of these storylines are decades old. So
oh yeah. I think reading comic books helped me read. What was the worst story I learned from English? Tales of Two Cities.
okay.
That was such a drag out. Damn. Oh my God. But it was because of comic books. You're patient because you're reading to the next chapter to find out the ending of the story. So it kept me kind of interested in the other. I needed to get a grade, right, to get to pass. And I always tell the kids or my friends, if they ever come down here to the cave, I have a library. I call this little. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, some trade paperbacks in that, yeah.
Yeah, I call this part of my library. Plus, I got another stuff over there.
Do the grandkids, are grandkids interested in picking up any of those?
Well, My oldest one was into the Flash, and he's into Miles Morales and the Champions. That's my 15-year-old.
Okay.
Logan, he's interested in. Sometimes he's like Batman, and he'll go into the Flash. Also, we have these little comic starting reading books.
Okay.
They'll pick that up. That's for the younger grandkids. They'll look at it. Like Lucia will like Wonder Woman and stuff like that, or Supergirl. But the older one, he was more into the Flash, into the Champions, and and Nova. He loved Kid Nova. He had me buying back issues left and right, and it's freaking here. So
well, I know, right? Disney Plus still has they have the animated show with Miles, Gwen, and Spider-Man. So I have a great niece and nephew. They're 5 and 4, and they love Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen. They're like big time Spider-Man fans because of the show, watching the animated kids show on Disney Plus.
yeah, they went through a phase where they just sat there every Saturday in here watching that.
Yeah.
And then they graduated into Camp Jurassic Park or whatever that cartoon is that's on Netflix.
I don't know if I've heard that one. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I said, well, that's a little intense, kids. We can handle it, G-Pop. Okay. But if your parents come yelling at me because you have bad dreams. But for the most part, we're basically a comic book family. So they just, they'll dress up the part and stuff, and they'll watch whatever that they can understand. So
it's called Camp Creation. Is that it?
Camp Creation. Yes, it is. Camp Creation.
No, that one.
It's Jurassic Park Camp Create. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Creation.
Jurassic World Camp. Is it Camp?
It's not Creation. It's called Camp Create. I think it is. No, he's right. Yeah. It's on Netflix. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Yeah, they're on their 3rd season now or 2nd season, something like that. Cliffhangers. They got good cliffhangers.
Oh, 6 seasons.
Is it 6? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 6 seasons. I'm just looking it up. I hadn't heard anything about it.
Oh, you got to watch it from the very beginning, and you actually see them grow up. Like, wow, cool. They did a nice job with this.
I mean, who as a kid didn't like dinosaurs, right?
It was one point when my wife and I, we were just bored one day. We started watching it. Oh, what a cliffhanger. Then we ended up like almost an all-nighter watching the whole series on freaking Netflix at that time.
Yeah, so Angry Otter makes a point. Yeah, it's our responsibility as collectors today to introduce new generations to comic books. They're growing up in the superhero era of movies. They need to learn the source. Yeah, no, very true.
That's true.
I think the movies have definitely helped the comics.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I just
without that, I mean, I could have just died.
I think some of the shops need to be a little bit more friendly towards readers and kids. It was specifically more in the Northeast where, I understand rent is expensive and having more square feet is going to cost the owner, but a lot of the stores are so jam-packed with just toys and comics that there's no section where, like, if a young kid comes in and wants to sit down and read a book, he obviously would have to buy it to take it home. There's no space for them to be kind of just browsing and reading. I've seen some shops that have that, where they have kind of an area or a couple tables set up where people can sit down and actually, flip through the book and read the books. I think we need to kind of, it's tough because, like I said, I know in the Northeast,
yeah,
it's
I imagine the crowd's a little different.
Right. Well, and plus you just don't have the space because of the, the square footage and rent and those type of things. So
that's a good idea though, Brian. And like Matt, they don't have the space on most of the stores around here in the area. But what they could do, have a kids section, like in the dollar bin or the 50-cent bin, for kids only, that they can go through it, and if they like the book, they can just pick it up and stuff like that. I remember a couple of times I was there with a buddy of mine at one of the stores. A parent came in asking for my kid's this age. What can I get him? I don't want him to read the serious stuff of superhero comic books. So I suggested the animated Batman, animated Superman, because that was kid friendly.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and it wasn't that much reading. There was the pages were big, couple lines here and there, and they would have gotten the concept and stuff like that. So that was always my go-to for the parents, for them to buy something like that first, and then they can graduate into something.
Right. Yeah. As they get older and get familiar. Yeah. Now, but Mike asks, this is a good question. How were you introduced to comics? So I was first introduced to like Spider-Man and Batman through TV. I used to watch the Adam West Batman on reruns, and then I saw Spider-Man animated show, the 60s, the original one, and then I probably just stumbled upon comics in a convenience store, and then realized, oh, they had printed material, that there were comics. The local 7-Eleven, seeing the newsstand, and then started buying books, from the 7-Eleven, and that's how I got introduced. It wasn't like I don't ever remember anybody, handing me a book. I think I just kind of stumbled upon them, at the store.
How old were you? Do you think?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Dang.
Oh, I was
That's young.
living in New Britain, Connecticut. Like I said, my mother was a gypsy. So we used to live in this apartment building on our street, and down the stairs, there was a barber shop. So we had no really place to go and play. We just go a place to hang out. So I go downstairs to the barber shop to hang out. And they had comic books there. Kazar is the one I remember reading from Marvel Comics. So that got me into, but I already knew about Superman, Batman, and stuff like that from, like you said, through TV. But to actually read it, that's how I got introduced that way. Just go downstairs. My mother said, "What are you doing?" I go downstairs. The guy from the barbershop knew who I was, so I was safe. I was about 5 to 6 years old, going down, reading Kazar and stuff like that, or tried to read Kazar because sometimes he had some little jungle action thing going on and stuff. And then I graduated to reading Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I remember watching. Angry Otter mentions the Electric Company. I remember sitting. I would watch the Electric Company just to say, "All right, hopefully Spider-Man is going to show up on this episode."
Is the Electric Company where there's a Bill? I'm just a lonely Bill on Capitol Hill.
No, that's not. That's ABC.
ABC,
that
yeah.
was
Saturday
Is
morning.
it? Okay. I was
Yeah.
wondering. Bill. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Stephanie, I mean, Madam.
Oh, whatever, Brian. It's okay.
What about your kids? Do any of them, are they any of your kids reading books, or are they what?
They're kind of engrossed in the hobby just from osmosis, to what extent, it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall. Does it stick? I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't, so it just falls out. It's okay.
So how did you get involved, Madam, with reading the books?
I don't read books, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a fact.
She enjoys the art.
Oh,
okay. Thank you, Brian. I got on with my I was introduced to it with my ex, and he had a big collection. I was really into it, so I kind of learned a lot from that.
Oh,
and
okay.
then he came into the community too, and then I learned a lot from all you guys and everything. So, and I learned, I feel like I feel like I can confidently walk into a comic book store now and like pick out different artists of the modern age. I can pick out a Hulk 181 and be like, "Ooh, that's expensive," and like, you're like, "Ooh, that's a Middleton. Isn't that beautiful?" I'm like, so I feel like just by hanging out with you guys and everything,
I thought you knew, because I remember watching your channel with your ex, and you were throwing some stuff. Oh, wow, she knows her stuff. Girl got it going on.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jenny, right? Jenny Frison was one of the first like artists you gravitated towards, right? And then
Frisian. Yeah, I have a nice little Frisian mini
and
collection.
Then you did well. You guys kind of did that series with Gary where you kind of broke down a bunch of the Conan art.
Yeah, And I
Yeah, you guys were
cosplayed
kind
every
of deep
single one.
diving in the artist and the style and stuff.
Yeah, and that was fun. And you know what was funny about that is that I did that series, and we would review a different artist every series, every Saturday, and one was Michael Golden, and I looked at Michael Golden's artwork, and I would rate it, right? And so at the end of the show, I gave Michael Golden, out of 5 stars, I gave him a 0.5. Okay, who do I end up face to face with at Phoenix Comic Con when there's no one at his table? Face to face with Michael Golden. Oh, what's your name, Michael Golden? Oh, that rings a bell. Oh, yeah, that's right. I just totally trashed your artwork.
Well, hopefully he didn't watch the video.
I was just like, I talked about you on the show I was on. He's like, oh, all good things, right? I'm like, I was like, oh, that's karma. Like, isn't that funny?
That's funny. Rested. Good morning.
Busted.
All right. Well, I bagged and boarded my latest books. Now I got to put them away.
How is your Kickstarter going, Ryan?
Pretty good. We're off to a good start. I'm going to be sitting down with K-pop later this week.
Good. Okay.
Thursday, and then I'm on One Collection Down Fables channel on Friday. So going to be promoting it as well. I'm excited to sit down with both of them, but K-pop does such a great job on her channel, with writers and artists, and so I'm excited to sit down with her. She's so excited about the things she's talking about. So I'm always excited to be on her channel because she does such a great job. So, yeah. But yeah, we have covers by. So this is Norrin Rad Comics and Art. He did this cover, and then we have I don't have it printed, but it's on the Kickstarter.
Fantastic one too.
Philtastic did a cover as well.
White, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
That was when I was scrolling through. I instantly recognized that as Philtastic artwork.
Yeah, you kind of know his style, right? Yeah. Tony's here. Good morning, Tony. So I'll be out promoting it over the next couple weeks.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, the book is, we have everything's done. All of the interior art is done. So it's really just basically needs to go to printer and I'll have the books out. So.
I have been more
focused on
pulps from the 30s. Trying to build up a collection.
And what about you, Eddie? Are you going to go to Heroes Con?
When is that? Or where is that?
Heroes is in June in Charlotte.
Oh, in Charlotte. I think we're, depending on the day, we're supposed to be in Aruba during in June. I don't know.
Okay, priorities, Eddie. Really, Aruba.
Aruba doesn't sound bad.
Want to go to the cons to meet all you guys. I always want that opportunity, but it never came up yet. Not for me anyway, because there was something going on in the family that I gotta go and stuff. And it's like terrific con. I met a couple people around this area. The last con I met Cliff. Like Cliff was
terrific is a pretty good. You get a pretty good mix of people there from the Northeast area. I did that Terrificon a couple of years ago for just a day, and it was fun. There was a lot of faces, a lot of familiar faces there from YouTube.
Yeah, and see, I didn't know all of you guys was it a couple of years from me now? Yeah, I went with my son. It's probably one of the best time I had with my son because he guided me because he knew how excited and how like a little kid I was. It was my first time going there. So he's behind me. All right, Dad, you want to go here? You want to go here? Yeah, but EJ, nope, go this way. Oh, okay, we'll do it this way. And, he was pretty good with that. It was like one of the best time I had with my boy. So it was like, he said he wants to do it again. So, okay, cool. But again, he's a family man also. He got the 2 little runts running around and his honey. And, it's hard. It's hard to get everybody together at sometimes.
Yeah. Stupid Aruba too, yeah.
The good news, I think, with Heroes Con is that, that con's not going anywhere. So if you can't make it this year, you can always come next year. So
No, because you guys were talking about it with the last year, and I thought, oh my god, it sounds so cool. I wrote down the information and everything, and I never ended up going because there was something else going on and stuff. I couldn't make it. So
yeah, I mean, I've been to New York Comic Con. I've been to Terrific Con, a few others, and Heroes Con is by far, it's probably 90% comic vendors, and they have a very good guest list, artists and writers. So if you're looking for signatures, that type of thing, you can certainly get that done. But if you're just looking to look for books, a lot of the cons, like even Terrific Con, there was a lot of other vendors there selling toys, pop figures, a lot of other stuff. So Heroes Con just has such a big focus on just comic books. So
yeah, I try to make it to the local cons around my area, and in Connecticut, I usually go to that one because they're smaller, and I can get to it right away, then come back. But the big ones, like Terrific Con, was like one of my biggest ones that I went to, that I always wanted to go, and I ended up going and stuff like that. So it was good. It was a good time. I met Chris Claremont.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know him. I know the story behind him. See, look at me. I'm so educated.
There you go. It was a long line for him, waiting for him to.
I bet.
And then Jim Ballard, who did Catwoman for a while. That was great. I enjoyed meeting him. And then Jurgens and Breeding. There were another two.
They get some good guests there. Part of that is, I think, the location, the fact that it's set in the casino. It's at a casino, and there's a lot of restaurants, and it's a nice place to stay. And so I think that really helps Terrificon draw in some of the artists and creators that it brings in.
Yeah, they jacked up their prices. What was it when I went there 2 years ago? They said, "Oh, the prices went up." Well, I gotta go. I need to experience it anyway, so it doesn't,
Price is not an option.
Tony, definitely check out ABX on. So ABX has a Facebook page. If you're not following them, and you can contact Paul through the Facebook page. That's the best way. He kind of does everything through the Facebook page. So that's kind of your best bet. But Mark can certainly put the word in for you as well. Yeah, Phil's going to be at Heroes Con this year. Looking forward to seeing Phil.
Phil.
No, Phil's Treehouse.
Cool.
I don't think Philtastic. He's got those two young kids. I think he's locked down for a while.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he draws, right? that Phil Fantastic guy, Charlotte.
He can draw.
Yeah. Does he draw? I mean,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's excellent.
Oh, I have it here. I do have Phil's cover he did for me. Hold on. I do have it. I can pop it up.
I have something from Philtastic too.
That's the cover he did for the Doctor.
Ooh. That's nice.
Yeah, he did two other variations for me, but I ended up going with this one. I may use the other variations for a print. And then this is Aaron's cover, Norrin Rads. And then we have just a blank sketch cover that we're going to use for hopefully get some of the other community artists to draw a character or two from the Doctor.
I know Phil had a thing with his wife. Is everything all situated with that? They're good?
I think so, yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, no, they're good. I hung out with Phil on Saturday on his channel. Yeah, everybody's good on his side.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. Yeah. Oh, God. That boy. Thanks, Brian. Definitely going to need to check them out once I get settled. Okay.
Yeah, Mark will put the word in for sure.
Wow, Brian, you got me here for a while, buddy.
Yeah.
It's like my time is limited sometimes. And I always want to jump on a stream and stuff like that. I can't do it right now. This and that. I'm either helping somebody or I'm watching the little ones running around, so I won't yell at them. And this is fun. I'm glad
the weather helped. We
Yeah.
had you sheltering in place. So
Yeah, I was ready to watch Star Trek, and I go, you know what? Brian's on. Oh, let me go check on this.
Tony, stick figure. All right, yeah, we don't mind. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, we'll probably let me see. I don't know if we'll probably wrap it up.
All right.
So that Eddie can go organize his collection.
Yeah, or my wife probably has a honey to-do list that I'm not aware of yet.
Just don't go upstairs.
I'm trying not to. Oh,
I
Madam
didn't
has
find
something.
it, but I found some slabs. I have. Can I show these off?
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm saying sure. This is Brian's thing.
Because I don't really have any. Okay, the first one I have to show off. I have right here.
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. There we go.
Right here. I'll tell you where I got it. Brian, do you remember any of this?
Was this a win?
I don't know. I think it was. I think it was. Speaking of wins, this is a win.
Oh, that's a nice
the
one.
sketch, yeah.
Alex Ross
sketch.
I love this cover. And this one came from what was it? Nerdy. Who was it, Brian? Who did the awards? Who donated the slabs to the awards?
Oh, it was Just Your Average Geeks.
Just Your Average Geeks. That's it. Just Your Average Geeks. Donated this.
Donated that. Yeah, very generous. He's the last couple of years he's donated a bunch of slabs to give away as part of the prizes for the CBC awards. Yep.
Yeah, this one is sick. I love that one.
Right, cat fans claiming them.
The Spawn Universe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This one was a gift from Matt Woods.
She's got some big guns there.
Yeah.
Yeah, to say the least. And then one of my favorite. And this is why I have to finish Trev's portrait bust. Because this I got from Trev.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's Department of Truth, Jenny Friesian. So you know I like Friesian so much. So.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have 4 slabs to my collection right now. And how many slabs do you need to be on? Only slabs, like 12?
No, you probably need, I'd say 25, at least 25 to 30.
25 to 30 slabbed comics just to go
to
on
be
the show?
on Rob Stack? Yeah, you have to.
I'll never be on.
Yeah, I like Alex Ross. I got this one, Marvelocity, right? So my son's
cool.
father-in-law, there was a thing going on in Chicago, one of the museums that he was doing his display art. So he picked this up for me, and he sent it to me, and it's signed by the artist himself.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so love my book. And then I love, this was also a good one, Mythology from Alex Ross.
Well, I love that drawing or that painting of Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, his face looks so intense and cool.
Yeah, and let's show them something.
Yeah, I mean,
the guy is awesome. They make it look realistic. And I came out then when he did Marvels. I'm sorry?
Who is that artist?
Ross.
Alex Ross, yes. He used a live model to do the artwork. I think he used himself at one point to draw Superman. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Those are the cheapest models, Brian.
Self model, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, when he came on the scene to do that Marvel series back way back, that's how I got hooked on him. I was, oh my God, the guy does this beautiful art. Now John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
Brian knows how I feel about him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, have you seen they just Frank Miller is doing a Spider-Man cover for the new series,
Oh, I
and
haven't seen the cover yet.
it's a black cat. It's a black cat cover. It's interesting.
It's interesting. Oh, that doesn't sound good. If you're saying it's interesting,
Is that bad or is that good?
He just his style, like he's done he's done some recent covers, and they look they're strange looking.
well,
Okay.
Frank Miller,
Or,
he
Yeah,
is
let me see if I can see it. Find it.
you found it?
Let me see. Cover. It's in an upcoming. Here it is. Yeah. Yeah. Let me share this. Oh, come on.
Oh, no wonder why they didn't show that on preview.
Yeah, it's a little.
God. I mean, yeah. I mean, the anatomy is really off too.
Yes, that's what I'm. Yeah, the proportions
You know,
of the
besides
body
the
is
fact that she's in, like, you feel like you just walked into a stripper club. You know what I mean? Like, she's, but yeah.
It's like, how do I say without being Neil Adams, God rest his soul, when he did the artwork for Batman and you know, he was doing it and it was awesome. But I think the older they were getting, it's like they're losing that form. It's like they're rushing it. And I think that's what's happening here with Frank Miller. I think he's just rushing it and not taking the time to do the art right. And I
Yeah,
don't
and
know if
that's
I'm
what.
wrong for saying it.
No, I feel the same way about JR's work. It seems like because there's times on some of his books, like when he's drawing Spider-Man like fighting or in action, the artwork looks in my opinion, it looks very good. But then there's other times where it looks like some of his work is rushed and it's kind of like it doesn't look right. It's out of proportion. So I'm wondering if it's just, as he's getting older, it's taking him more time to do it. And if he's trying to meet deadlines and that he has to, rush his work because it's very inconsistent. That's the way I can describe it.
Yeah, I mean, then you're gonna ruin. Well, I don't know if it'll ruin your rep, but that quality is not there anymore.
Right.
And that's too bad.
I think for sure they have to rush to meet the deadlines, and that's probably then you're going to get their first take on something as opposed to their second or third take on something,
Yeah, that's horrible.
And yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Well, like when Romita Jr. did the storyline with Spider-Man with Ezekiel, that old guy there.
Okay.
It was great. I enjoyed every book that he did, and then he disappeared for a bit. And then when he came back, I don't know. Tombstone looked kind of messed up to me. Then when they had that fight scene, it was just, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm all for like a skewment of anatomy, like exaggeration of anatomy, if it improves the composition or the interest or the beauty of the picture. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like then it's okay. But if it just makes it look awkward and like now you're Frankensteining, pieces together.
Right.
Yeah,
like you look at the black cat and her arm looks like it's a little bit too long.
Yeah. Looks like her arm, looks like her leg almost. Looks like, just
it's just like something there to prop her up.
Yeah, I'm just surprised because I guess I wouldn't think with age that your art style would change. I maybe this is just I just don't understand it, but I'm just the only thing I can think is the time that they're
Yeah.
they're trying to hit a deadline and they're rushed and they can't spend as much time. I'm sure as you get older, it takes you longer to do the artwork, and that's the only thing I can think of that would.
I would think as you get older, you would go faster because you're already trained. Your brain's already trained in drawing all those images already, so you already have like your reference in your brain. So as you get older, I imagine you'd just be able to whip them out.
John Byrne.
So Manny says even John Byrne fell off. Really? I'd have to look at some of his older work and see if it was if it was noticeable.
Messed up his art. Balloon head kids. Oh, okay.
My dogs are barking.
Yeah, and you don't want to see the artists go that. Even with the writers, they were like, I have to use Spider-Man, for example. It was like a strong storyline that I was reading with Spider-Man a couple years back. Then it felt like, even with Batman, the story just finished. I said, what? Why would you? That didn't make sense. But
yeah, I know. We've seen that. I've seen that with reading some of the more recent stories where they kind of just, they take so long to set up the storyline and then it finishes very abruptly.
Yeah, and
they wrap everything up so quickly. But
there was,
it
doesn't make sense.
So that was
the story. That's all.
I forget what issue this is. I think issue. So this is the new reboot series. So this is this is coming out in the current run. This is issue 70. We're at 67 right now. So I thought Frank Miller was doing a cover for the new series.
The new series of okay.
No, this is the last episode of this series, I think.
Oh
no.
Jesus.
But
and then when I'm reading a Spider-Man, I think of you, Brian. I said, "Oh my God, how can he keep?"
Yeah, I know.
It's no different than Batman when the writers do some weird stuff to the character, and I'm looking like Noctura with Ram V. I'm like, oh my God, the story is so boring and so long, and yet I stay faithful to buying the Batman to complete my run, but it's like, why mess this guy up?
I know. I've considered maybe just, because I have this subscription to Marvel Unlimited. Maybe I'll just, for the new series, the new Spider-Man, maybe I'll just read it digitally and not collect the book itself. And I guess we got to see too, if we're going to see any increases in prices on, cover price, that could impact people, picking books up as well. So.
Like the Ultimate Spider-Man that's out right now, that's a good series. I enjoy that series a lot.
Yeah, that has been good. That's been a good, both artwork and the story have been great.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense to me because the progression of Peter with Mary Jane, with the kids and all that.
Right.
The twist with Uncle Ben living and not Aunt May, that it's okay. Yeah, I could deal with that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been, I think that's kind of where we need to see Amazing Spider-Man is where, he's older now. You think he would have learned some stuff. He's matured a little bit and you think he would progress a little bit in his life. And they always just keep him, always poor and, looking for a job and all these things. So
they keep that man down. They don't want him.
Yeah, for sure. Keeping the man down for sure.
And he's good genius level intelligence. You'd think he would be able to figure it out by now.
Should be on Wall Street or something,
Yeah, when they did the Superior Spider-Man, where Dr. Octopus took his body, whatever it was there.
Right.
And, I thought that was a good idea for Peter to run a company because as smart as he is, coming up with this thing, he came up a way to kill the Incredible Hulk if he needed to. I remember a storyline with that. He was talking to Mary Jane about it. And they said, wow, this boy's smart. And they should just ride on that. But no, they want that boy on that dirt all the time.
Keep kicking him. kicking him when he's down.
Who is the smartest comic book character?
Who's
I'm
what?
I'm sure there's a chart somewhere that's
Intelligent wise,
broken.
I think you've got Reed Richards is up there.
Yeah.
Magneto and stuff, and like
Tony Stark too. But Spider-Man is considered one of the smarter, characters, and that's what just doesn't make sense. Like at this point, he hasn't figured things out. But Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, is typically considered, I think, and Doom too, Dr. Doom.
And Doom, we can't forget him.
Which makes sense why they're always butting heads, those two, right?
Right.
Doom and the Fantastic Four. Moon Girl. Okay, I haven't read much about Moon Girl, so I didn't know that. That's interesting.
What series is that from? It's called Moon Girl. I mean, who writes?
It's good. Moon Girl, Moon Girl, and I forget the actual title, but the character's name is Moon Girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I collected that. I'm trying not to veer off into different directions anymore.
Yeah, right. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Shiny objects.
You're right. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. That was it. I knew it was dinosaur. I forgot the devil part.
Okay,
yeah, Moon Girl, and that's the title.
Oh,
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Okay. And who does the drawing for?
All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up.
Right.
Actually, going to go. I got to check the to-do list myself and see what. Before my wife gets home from work, I better get my chores done, so I don't get in trouble.
I think I got to make coffee for my honey.
But I appreciate Eddie and Madam jumping on this morning.
It was fun. I'm glad I was able to do this, Madam. Good to see you
Eddie,
again.
Nice to see you again. Brian?
Yes.
Godfather. Thanks so much.
Yeah, just kind of a random pop up. I figured I was off. Why not jump on? Let's see. What are we're gonna leave you with something.
Please. You know what I'm gonna ask for.
Oh, you wanna see the scantily clad men? Is that what you want to see?
I mean, look at me. It's terrible, isn't it?
But there's no birds in this video. All right, we'll give you the Cowboys, and then we'll give everybody else a palate cleanser after that.
A palate cleanser.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks
everybody in the chat
See you,
hanging out
Madam.
with us. Hopefully everybody has a great day.
Cat, take it easy, buddy.
Yep. Cat fan,
fan.
be well. Stay warm. Here, Cat fan, this will warm you up.
From the spiral dimension.